Hey guys, welcome to the Anxiety Project. I am Brad, and today I'm out taking a hike. It's absolutely beautiful. It's cool. It's it's fall, just about fall. It's the beginning of September, and I am here. I got the winter beard happening here, so I'm ready for the winter. A lot of people are like, the winter's coming. I hate it, and all this negativity around that. And I say, it's Christmas, baby. Christmas is awesome. You get to stay inside with your hot cocoa, your hot coffee. Sit by the tree. Have a fire or something like that. It's a great time of year. There's no reason to be upset. We should be grateful that that the seasons are changing and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's a nice day. And today I want to talk about you know the the fatigue around anxiety, and you're going about your day and you have this depersonalization, and you're just so focused on your internal sensations that you're not really in the present moment, and you're not at all there with people. And signs that you have anxiety include giving one word answers. So you're out with a group of people and you're giving one word answers and you're not really talking, and then you're not talking, you're a bummer, but you just can't help it. You just can't help being quiet and internalized, and not really there for other people, and just putting on a smile, faking it, right? That's the one thing I hated about having anxiety, is faking it, putting on a fake smile and being like, trying to be somebody you're not. Well, inside you're screaming out that you're like, oh my god, I feel like crap, and I just don't want to be here right now, and that kind of attitude, right? So the fatigue, the depersonalization, and that's pretty much health anxiety in GAD, right? Health anxiety, you're on Google all the time searching up sensations, not sensations, but what sensations mean, and what, trying to figure out what's wrong with you, but you just have anxiety, you're not really ill. Um, so yes, when it comes to fatigue, there's a lot of things that you need to know. It's like it all comes, it all revolves around bad habits. It all revolves around, like, you know how much water you're consuming. You're not, if you're probably not getting enough water. So drink about like 2 liters of water a day. It really does boost your energy a bit. And it's about your eating habits. I changed what I ate in the morning, because what I used to eat cereal and stuff like that, and I never really felt like I had a lot of energy after cereal. Kind of sometimes it made me tired. So then I stopped eating milk in the morning, and now I focus on eggs, and I focus on, maybe sometimes I have a salad and eggs in the morning, right? So that gives me energy. That really does give me the protein and energy I need. I take some vitamins in the morning. I drink a lot of water. Maybe put some lemon in that water. It tastes so good. And it's about really homing in on what can I do better, diet wise, that contributes to that fatigue. What contributes to that fatigue? Not getting enough time in nature. I see right now I'm spending time in nature because my body really asks for it. I haven't hiked in a while. I usually hike every day. I used to in the summer, but since I'm working a lot now, I'm not really getting that hiking time. So I thought today I'm going to go for a hike. I'm kind of get myself grounded a bit, which helps with the fatigue. It helps with the calmness of what your body needs. And I'm going to help you guys and do a video at the same time. So, yeah. When I not too long ago, when I had anxiety, I wouldn't be talking like this. Like, you see how I'm talking clearly, and I have better thoughts, and I can really go about my thoughts better. I used to like work at a store where I would not really have clear thoughts, and I would always be in a in a hazy like state where I kind of mumble my words. My voice would crack, And, it got to a point where when I was doing my recovery, when my voice would crack, I would just laugh it off, you know? Because a lot of times when your voice would crack or you would mumble, you kind of like feel like, damn, like what is wrong with me? And you kind of like start hitting yourself a bit. You're hitting yourself a bit, but you don't want to. You have to get to a point where you're not hitting yourself, but you are actually, like I'm learning right now, because that's it. If you're going through recovery and you want to recover, you have to say to yourself, it's either I'm learning, or I learned from this mistake, or I'm learning, I'm growing right now, or I'm just becoming a warrior. There's no failure. There's no I'm a loser. There's none of that talk anymore in your vocabulary or in your brain, right? You're now growing. You want to better your life, that is great. There's a lot of steps that you need to take in order to do that. And you have to love the journey. You have to be on this journey every day. Not 3 times a week, not 4 times, not 5, but 7 times a week, all hours of the day. So, see, my nose is running a little bit. Sometimes I get allergies at this time of year, so bear in mind. And it's all about your habits, what kind of habits are you doing? I'm going to give you my morning routine in another video. I'm not going to do it right now, but my habits in the morning would include meditation. My habits would include breathing exercises. My habits would include listening to classical music instead of rock music. What kind of music are you listening to? Are you listening to rock music? Are you listening to depressing music, like mellow and sad Bon Iver music? You know what I mean? Or Nirvana music all the time? No, don't listen to that music, because it's not doing you any good. Listen to good music, classical music instead. Change your lifestyle. You have to really establish who you are right now. Who are you right now? So you're not in the place you want to be. You're not in the job where you want to be. You're not with the relationship. You're not with the financial status, because I've been there. I've been all 10 million of those things. I've been in a whole emotion wise. I've been financially absolutely not working at one point. I was relationship. I didn't know what I wanted, and I was in a bad relationship, and I was all of those things. And when I recovered from anxiety, all of these good things came to me. And I'll tell you that the law of attraction works. And the book The Secret talks about the law of attraction. Pretty much all about it, I think, because I'm only halfway through the book now. But the law of attraction is what happens when you start recovering from anxiety. So you're not in the place you want to be financially, relationship-wise, just happiness. You don't have that happiness in your life. Well, when I was going through my recovery, and I was reading more books instead of watching TV, because I had to look at myself and say, this is who I was, and then this is who I want to be. So how do I get from this state of complete hopelessness to a person like this, and to a better state of mind? Well, I have to find a role model who I can look up to. I have to change the music I listen to, change the things I eat. I have to exercise a little bit more to get the endorphin release. I went on no fap because it helped with my social anxiety. And I went and hiked more and got in touch with nature. And I set daily challenges for myself. A challenge I would do for like a week straight would be mosquitoes everywhere, would be posture challenge. I'm going to challenge myself today and have lots of posture, right? So that's what I'm saying, is that posture is important. And I set that as a challenge one day. So it's pretty much figuring out who, like, I don't want to be this person anymore. What can I do to get to this other better place? And when you get to that other better place and you start implementing all of these habits, the law of attraction will bring good things into your life. It'll bring you more work. It'll bring you more relationships, more friends, better friends, getting rid of those negative friends, and then good friends will come into your life. It'll just bring good things into your life. You'll get more energy. You will pursue your dreams and stuff like that. You will start getting on the right track. See, when I was recovering, I would spend my time in the coffee shop reading instead of watching TV. That's all I would do. I would sit there, read. I would read about anxiety. I would watch videos for hours of people who have recovered from anxiety. I would look up to role models. I would watch interviews of people like say Tony Robbins. Watch his videos. He's in a better place, and how did he get there? That's what we need to learn. We need to learn about this stuff. That's what I was saying in my last video. We have to start with the knowledge. We got to figure out why we're like this. And there's going to be a lot of bad days. There's going to be bad days where you have so much depersonalization. You're so confused. You're just bewildered by it. You're just like, I don't know how to get rid of it. So you're walking along and you're just like, but you know what? We're giving that depersonalization emotion. We're giving that anxiety emotion. We're giving it fuel. So we have to just go along with it and accept it. So I remember I had depersonalization one day at my old job, and I stood there and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to accept this. I feel like crap. I'm giving it emotion. You know what? I'm just going to walk along with it. I'm not going to give it more emotion. I am just going to accept it. And that's it. I'm just going to walk along with it. Just like you're walking a dog or something. You just walk it along. Don't give it any emotion. Instead of going around just constantly constantly reminiscing over what's going on internally, start getting in touch with the external things. Start touching things. Touch things. This feels hot. This feels cold. This is a stick. This is pretty brown. And you try to get your senses working a bit more. And when you start meditating and you start, implementing these techniques and new habits, you'll start, when you go out, just practice mindfulness. Practice looking at things and using your conscious mind and get it working. And when you deal with health anxiety, don't Google it. You're not doing yourself any good. You're going to scare yourself. Because when you Google a sensation or symptom, it's going to give you a long list of things. It's going to give you a long list of issues or possible causes. And you're going to point out the worst cause of all that list of what you're feeling, and you're going to say, I have that. And that's health anxiety. I have that, and your body starts freaking out. You get that rush of sensations going on, and then it snowballs. And then you're like, oh, well, I must have that. No. If you're eating healthy and you're doing everything and you're giving back to your body, then you have no reason to be so scared of getting all these illnesses, because you're constantly eating healthy, you're constantly giving time to yourself, and you're taking care of yourself. And when you recover and you're going through that recovery process, you will find that you're giving back to your body more than you've ever done. And we live in a stressful world. It's a rat race. We live in a rat race. We go online, we can find a billion things online. And, we turn on the television, all the news is horrific events. And everything causes anxiety. And we live in that day and age where everything is causing anxiety. But we're not focusing on the positives. We're focusing on the negatives too much. And we have to start living a better lifestyle, and we have to start, you know, excluding all of that stuff that's not helping you. I don't watch the news. I don't read the paper. I read books. I listen to classical music. I burn incense at night, and I read, and I exercise, and I do some stretching in the morning and stuff like that. And I started taking care more of myself rather than focusing on like running around too much. We run around too much. So that's what I wanted to get at in this video is the depersonalization and the adrenal fatigue, right? Because we're feeling that fatigue all the time. Why are we so tired? Well, we're not really doing ourselves any good by having all these bad habits. We have a lot of bad habits that we need to change, and that's why the fatigue is with us. We're not exercising, we're not eating right, we're not getting enough sleep, right? So, cut down on the coffee a bit, start doing all of these new habits that I've listed here. Write these down, watch the video again, and then we can start getting into a better place. The energy will come back, okay? And we go to see a nutritionist, and maybe they'll tell you if you're allergic to any foods and stuff like that's not giving, you're intaking the food, but you're not digesting all the proper vitamins that are with the food, and hence you're allergic to it. So check that route out as well. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. And guys, remember that this is only temporary. If you really want to change, you have to take the steps. And your body doesn't want the change. Your body doesn't want it. When you start going through recovery, your body will be like, no, this is not me. I don't want to do this. And your body will do everything in its power to get you back into your old self. Remember that, because when I went through recovery, my body tried to do everything that it could to go back to the old bad habits. It did everything that it could. So that's what you have to bear in mind, is that it's not an easy process, but you can do it. Anybody can do it if you really want it. I wanted it. I reached rock bottom, and I did it. And I suffered through some of the hard times of recovery, because it's not easy. But you have to set yourself 3 months. It took me 5 months, like a good 5 months, to really understand what I was going through, to really understand my situation, to really understand the new habits and trying to implement the new habits. So it's possible, okay? So I'm going to leave you with that in this video. I will be back next time, and I'm going to get into a whole different topic. There's so much to talk about. I'm getting bit by mosquitoes out here. There's a lot to talk about, but I'm going to leave you with that. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and just remember to stay grounded and give back to yourself, okay? I love you guys. Bye.